Hi, so here we are in Chamonix again, and we're with Sarah Pritchard.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Chamonix.
Thanks.
And is this your first time to Chamonix?
First time, yeah. I arrived on Wednesday night, so I've had one full day.
One full day.
I already want to live here. It's great so far.
Oh, well, that's what we hear so much, and there's so many people that are actually making the move.
Yeah.
But what do you think it is? I mean, you've been here, 24 hours, and already you're saying, I want to live here.
I think I kind of knew. I don't know, a lot of people probably say this as well, but the mountains kind of call their name and they have to go to a place where there's mountains. But for me, it's also having the mountains, but also having like a community, and you really get that vibe here. There's so many friendly people. You already feel like you're part of something, like here, there, and everywhere. Like the wild trail runners, that's kind of there, and then there's cafes. So yeah, it's a community as well as being in the mountains.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's fantastic. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll figure out some plans to get yourself here. And where are you based at the moment?
So I'm based in London. So I live in London. I've been there about 2.5 years. But I'm actually from a place called North Yorkshire in England. Yeah.
Ah, there's the accent.
Yeah. Not London, yeah.
And how long have you been running for, or trail running?
Probably about 2 years, I'd say. Yeah, not a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
I remember moving to London, like not really knowing what it was, like never heard of an ultra, and was like, that's crazy. Who'd do an ultra? That kind of thing. And then, but actually, the people in London really get you like inspired to do all these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's funny. You move to a place like London, not expecting to go run trails, but you end up doing it. There's so many people do it. So yeah.
It seems to be a really good community there. I know when I first moved to London, which was like 15 years ago, and it just wasn't a thing, and it was really hard to make friends. But now it seems like that's the way to make friends.
I
is
think
all
so,
these
yeah.
running communities.
Yeah, so many different run clubs.
Yeah.
Like whether they're branded or whether people have set them up themselves, like there's the North Face one, Adidas, Avid Runners, and then like mini ones that people have set up themselves.
Yeah.
That just grow these, and then they all become kind of interlinked. You meet one person from one, they go to another, and by the end you've got this huge 500-person community. That it's just really friendly.
Yeah. And which ones are you part of then?
So my main one is one called Project Awesome.
Oh yes,
yeah, you've heard of it. Well, you went in Edinburgh, right?
Yeah, we got that in Edinburgh. So yeah.
So Danny, he's a friend of mine. He's actually here this weekend as well.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, he set it up. So I met him a while ago, and then that for me really helped moving to London. I went to my first session, immediately made friends, got these new ideas. I wouldn't have met my boss through Project Awesome if it wasn't for that as well. So yeah, it opened up a lot of doors for me. And then through that, there's other ones like Midnight Runners, and it just kind of opens a lot of doors to various running groups.
Yeah, awesome. And so part of the running group community, why are you out here in Chamonix then?
So at the moment, I'm working for Love Trails Festival, which is it's the UK's first trail running and music festival. So we had our third year, just gone July in Gower Peninsula. So we had a load of like various guided trail runs, adventures. There was run to surf, run to rock climbing, different Salomon beginners workshops for trail running workshops. Load of different DJs, music workshops, inspirational speakers.
Wow.
So we're kind of trying to try it out in somewhere like a place like this. I think it's got a lot of potential. Definitely like the music side, the party side. Like I think as trail runners, we're not so like, I don't know, I might be speaking for myself, but we're not so like get up in the morning and only eat quinoa. We quite like to go out for a few hours, have a beer, eat a load of pasta, up for a bit of a party, that kind of vibe. So I think and it's just a really friendly community. And for us, I think the festival worked so well because you've got we had about 900 people, all of like-minded personalities, all within the same field, just having a great time.
Yeah, the photos looked amazing. Yeah. I haven't been, but it looks like something I'd like. I would
think
enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah, it went really well in Wales. Yeah, so we're just trying to try it out in Chamonix and see if it works. So this weekend we've just got 30 people down here. Just up for some guided trail runs, parties. Yeah. And you got some DJs and stuff. You got a party at Bighorn tomorrow. Yeah. Which I already love. Another push factor for Chamonix. Yeah. So we've got a few people helping us out here. Simon James from Run the Wild, who's pretty well known. He's helping us with all the runs.
Oh, great.
Yana from Wild Trail Runners helping out. So yeah, already people wanting to get involved. So
yeah. Oh, it should be a good weekend.
Yeah, I hope so,
I know,
yeah.
I'm gutted I'm not here.
No, I know.
Some of us have got to go run another race.
Classic.
Just had to clash. But, you know, if you do it again next year, then count me in for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And while you're here, you're hoping to do a bit of training as well. So you joined us for a run this morning, which was great.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a training weekend as well, I guess.
Yeah.
First full day yesterday did the Junction, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah. Well, that's, I mean, you just jumped in at the deep end.
Well,
like, first run in Chamonix, you go to La Jonction. Okay.
It's great, though. And, yeah, I guess you don't really know, you see it on Instagram and all the photos, but then, yeah, it's pretty technical when you get up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, happy to get that ticked off. And then we're going to do the Lac Blanc tomorrow as well.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
Try out the VK maybe, if you've got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Just loads of running.
Yeah.
Love it.
Awesome. And what are you actually training for? What's up on the calendar for you?
Next up is the Festival de Templiers in the Pyrenees, or it's like the Midi-Pyrenees. So that's 100k. I think it's about 6,000 metres. So this will be perfect training for that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we're about 3 weeks away, so...
That's a lot of ascent, and 100k.
That's a lot of ascent, yeah. Yeah, we did it last year and hated it at the time, but loved like the whole weekend. It's a really good, well-organised race, yeah.
Cool. Well, it must have been good if you're going back again, so... And what's your training been like for it?
I'm not the best person to specifically train for something. But, I actually find the best way for me to train is to book onto a race maybe every month, like either a fell race or just a shorter trail race.
Yeah.
I've done one 100k this year, so for me it's just all about the races every now and again. Like in London it's hard to train. You've really got to take a train out to Box Hill or travel up to the Peak District or whatever. So
yeah.
But that is where, Wild Trail Runners in London, that really helped me, just the standard Monday night hill session. Mm-hmm. I mean, in comparison to here, it's nothing. It's just up a tarmac road, but it does help.
Yeah,
Help me anyway. Yeah.
And what's a normal training week look like for you then?
Again, I'm a bit lax, but probably my ideal training week would be like Monday night Wild Trail Runners hill session. I always run to and from work, so that adds up to 50-60k a week, which is probably like the baseline. So that's where I get just
your endurance.
Yeah, I guess so. And then like a trail race maybe every 3 weeks. 3-4 weeks. Yeah, and then PA we do the project. Sorry, that's Project
Awesome. Yeah.
Steps and things.
Yeah, and Project Awesome's good for sort of cross training because you're doing walking like a chicken. Playing tag and stuff like that. So good cross training.
Yeah, I think in London that's kind of the way to do it really. We've only really got Hampstead Heath, Primrose Hill, Greenwich. We're kind of limited, but you do what you can, and these running communities really, really help with that. So, but yeah, I think now I'm like, London's not cutting the training. Should probably move to Chamonix.
Well, here's hoping you can. Do you think, can you be flexible with work?
I think so, yeah. Especially for like inspiration. I can definitely remote work. And when the festival gets a bit much, in July I'll just go back to London for a week or so.
Yeah. It's only an hour's flight away. Yeah. Well, a couple of hours. Yeah, it's fine.
An hour, door to door.
Yeah. And so what got you into trail running then? Because you said you took it up 2 years ago. What made you actually start running?
It was probably actually... The two run clubs I went to first was Midnight Runners and Project Awesome. I remember they said that they were going to go do Race to the Stones.
Oh yeah.
The 100k, and I just thought it was like impossible. I was like, it's crazy, who would do that? And then next thing you know, I'm signed up, and it's probably like the first kind of thing I did that made me. And it's nothing in comparison to here, but as your first ultra, it's quite.
Oh yeah. Did you do the full 100 or did you do it over 2 days?
Yeah, I did the full, which I mean I hated, but like loved at the same time. You know how it is. Yeah. So that's probably the first one I really did. I kind of forget about the first, like whatever really made you get into it, but you look back and you're like, oh yeah, all these different like avenues, people, like different inspirations.
Yeah. Race to the Stones is a good one. I did that one a few years ago as well.
Yeah, it's good very fun. Well supported.
Yes.
As your first one, it's like. Great, flapjack every 10k.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else.
And there's a really good balance because I know the year I did it was 2014 and I was part of the North Face team that was all about getting women into the sport. And so now it's almost 50-50, like the participation at Race to the Stones, which is really good. Because you don't get that very often.
You don't. Do you get that here?
No.
Like what's at UTMB?
I think someone had said it was only like 13%.
13?
Which is really low.
Wow. Yeah.
But I don't know why that is.
I mean, it makes you think that the 13% are super hardcore.
Yeah.
And they are. But I think it's the lack of confidence women have. But as long as they know that they can, maybe we just need to be taking them out more. I don't know. Maybe brands need to be pushing more women into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it'd be great to see that increase. 13%'s not much.
No. And what about you? Like, do you find that what you're doing is empowering more women to get involved in it as well?
I think through the festival side, we had a lot of... Well, actually, I think at one point we were 70%... At Love Trails, the Wales one, we had 70% females, which is great. Especially for sponsored by Salomon, so they did all the trail running for beginners. We had Holly Page, the Salomon athlete, and Katie as well. They came out and did like trail running for beginners, and I think that's probably giving women more confidence. Yeah, because it's not even it's just giving them the realization that they can do it. It's yeah. And I guess it is. I remember the first kind of mountain race I turned up to. You see all these it's a lot of older guys in like all the gear, and you just look at them and like, oh my god, I can't. There's no way I can be as good as them. But then it's just, it's just the gear that they've got. It's not a matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, it's not really a competition like that, is it?
Yeah. That's what I like about trail running. Well, for me, it's not really about competing. It's just about loving it. Yeah.
And the challenge, isn't it? Like you said, your first 100k, you just want to finish and see what it feels like. And Oh. And so from the 100k, was that 2000 and what are we now? 18, 16 that you did
16,
it?
Yeah, I must have been.
And did you jump straight into the ultra scene after that?
Pretty much, yeah. I can't remember what the next one was, but then it became sort of more mountain stuff. Like Templier and like a few shorter ones in like the Alps, Pyrenees. Yeah. And then it just went on to like Transylvania 100 last year, which was a bit mad.
With Count Dracula, is it?
Yeah. It started in the castle. Yeah, it was really cool.
Cool.
So it just got a little bit more extreme, I guess. Yeah. And I'm not done yet. Like it's just going to get a bit harder each time, I think. Yeah.
So what's on the bucket list then?
Probably UTMB. I'd say, but then I don't know. I think I'm just following a crowd there.
It's a good crowd, though.
It's a great crowd.
I'm going to do it next year, so you can follow me.
I do. I do like shorter stuff, like 30k. Yeah, it's more manageable. You don't need 3 weeks off after or whatever. Yeah. But it depends where I am. At the moment, I just want to be in Chamonix, so whatever's going on here.
And is it going to be mountain races then that you're focusing on?
I think so. Yeah. I definitely need to improve my technique.
How so?
Down and up, I think.
Yeah. And are you using poles?
Not using poles, actually. Maybe I should use poles. Do you use poles a lot?
I use it in racing, but I don't use them in training. I use them occasionally in training just to stay familiar with them. But I find they help. But we were talking about it this morning, and Jana said she doesn't like them at all. But then I quite like them for ups and downs. I find it takes. I mean, there's a technical percentage, 10 or 12% of less energy used from your legs.
I've heard that,
but you have to use your upper body, so that's completely different as well.
Yeah, I think, I'd have to fully know how to use it before I lugged a pair up a trail,
The thing is, they're not that hard. It kind of comes naturally because it's just in your movement.
I guess that's what the key is, just they're not there really. They're just your arms.
Extendable arms. So then you've got 4 legs like a dog.
Goby.
Makes it much easier. But the only thing I find with poles is because your hands are tied to something, essentially holding on to them, that trying to eat and drink, I find I do that less because I'm hanging on to my poles.
Right,
And so you have to consciously, make an effort, whereas if your hands are free, you're like, I'll just have a munch or I'll just have a drink. So, I guess that is a bit of an impact as well.
Definitely.
And obviously you can stash them, but,
it's effort.
A bit of a ball ache, so you're like,
naturally,
I'll just hang on to them and keep hanging on to them. So,
Maybe I should give it a go. I'll have a lesson. Maybe I'll get a lesson with Simon James.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will have a pair that you can borrow. Yeah. And what do you do for nutrition? Because now you've been doing ultras. What do you like to eat when you're out on the run?
Normally, I just like whatever I want. Like, I normally, actually, I found the French do great checkpoints. Like, just the cheese, the bread, the meats, like whatever you want, really. Yeah. Yeah, I'm much more of a. I don't eat particularly healthily. Like all year round I do, but on a race I won't care what's going on my mouth as long as I want it.